Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage back here at Redstone for Armageddon 2022, presented by Frabesco. My name is Chris, and I'm joined again. He's eager by Ashton Clark. Hey, Ashton.
G'day. Jumped the gun a wee bit there. We got some final round lead card front nine for you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. A lot of crushes. It's going to be an absolute showdown.
Yeah, so we got some good chemistry on the card today. Everyone's very good friends. And as you can see, we've got the red versus black, Christchurch versus West Coast. So
love to see it. Did you plan that?
We didn't talk about it, but it happened.
It's good to see. Anyway, we got Joseph Berry out the front, minus 15. Yourself, Ashton, in second with minus 9. Luca in third with minus 8. And John Hughes is in fourth, 6 under par.
Yeah, so Joe's definitely in the driver's seat at this point. We're just going to have to really play perfectly to catch him. So let's hope that one of us can heat up.
Starting hole 1, par 3, 93 metres. Just get it around the bush and you can hopefully walk away with an easy birdie.
Yeah, 93 metres should be pretty gettable for everyone in the open field, so we'll all be looking to start around with a birdie here. Joe going for the forehand Firebird. It's one of his go-to discs.
Looks a little bit inside.
Yeah, not as much flip up as he was looking for.
He'll be right behind that bush. I could be wrong, but I think this is the first ever time Joe's been on coverage.
I think so. He's definitely he's one to look out for on the New Zealand tour. So surprising that he hasn't been on coverage yet, but it should be good to watch.
No camera nerves for you, Ashton. That's a perfect drive out of the gate.
Yep, S-line DD3. Just use the ground skip.
Played it to perfection. And we also have Luca and John both been on coverage before, so 3 out of 4. Veterans of Flexline Media. Luca Lebel throwing a destroyer on a forehand line. I think this one's a bit too inside and early. He's going to have a look over the bush, which is a common trap.
So John's throwing his brand new Mindbender here, and if you know John, you know he's one of the cruisiest players around. So first throw with a new disc,
straight into a tree, but he won't care at all, will he?
He's having a laugh about it.
Yeah, he's a pretty chill character. Going with the forehand upshot.
John's upshot leaves a little bit left to deal with. Joe with a look from behind the bush.
Oh, off the top.
He's off the cage.
That's all right.
So the rest of us are definitely licking our chops at the early opportunity.
Great birdie from behind the bush there for Luca. How good.
First chance to take one back on Joe, and he grabs it.
Tied with you now, Ashton. Bit of a battle going on for second place.
Yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on Luca throughout this round, that's for sure.
John just right side. Ooh. And good awareness there, staying out of the shot as we see Joe tapping in his par. Such a great putting consistency from Joe.
Yeah, that's how you give yourself a 6-stroke lead going into the final round. Just make all of your putts.
Easy as that.
Yep.
Great birdie from you.
Yeah, really happy with that one. Forehand's definitely not my strong suit, but happy to take a birdie there.
And unlucky to get the bogey for John.
Still smiling though.
What's going on here?
Yeah, that was actually a CTP as well, so pretty stoked to get that one. I think Ruben Cossi was actually closer than me, but he might have put his name on the wrong tag, so I ended up keeping it. How good?
Yep, user error. Can't be blamed for that. Hole 2, par 3, 91 metres. Big spike hyzer, I'm assuming, for pretty much all of the open division over these trees, and then making short work of the putt, just staying short of the creek. Yeah,
so 90 metre hyzer. This is tied for the easiest hole for MPO round 3. Everyone is really looking to just put this one in the circle.
Great width, great height. All the ingredients for a good spike hyzer.
Yeah, so minimal ground play there. Come up kind of edge of circle. See if Luca can put it a bit closer. Same line.
So Luca's throwing his Star Destroyer. The previous 2 holes he threw the exact same destroyer. I mean, he throws them so well.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I think Luca's got about 15 destroyers in his bag.
Yeah, he catches the tree just on top of the basket. And it's another copy-paste hyzer from Joe.
Oh,
Yep.
beautiful.
Perfection.
Bullseye. And I'm guessing John's going to throw a spike hyzer.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. It's probably a Huia out of John. I know he enjoys throwing his blue Huia. Yeah.
And why wouldn't you?
There you go.
So, Ashton, you're up first. Probably hoping that you get this one for the star frame.
Yeah, so it's a really good
Nailed
confidence
it.
builder. Don't want to be missing out on a star frame this early in the round. These should be pretty simple for the rest of these guys.
So good to see Luca back at another sanctioned tournament here on the tour. Kind of been super busy over on the West Coast running his cafe and spending time with his family after some pretty bad floods. So it's always nice to catch up with him, and he's obviously playing well being on lead card here.
Yeah, he's always a contender. Especially at this tournament. We had a playoff a few years ago right down to the wire.
Great star frame.
Yeah, looking to do the same again. So once again, par 5, 290. It's a long hole, but really the only obstacle for us is those trees on the right off the tee.
You don't reckon the creek's an obstacle?
Well, I think Joe could probably make it across, probably John as well, but I don't think anyone's going to go for it.
Yeah, fair enough. Play it nice and straightforward.
Yeah.
Don't have to bite off too much.
There's no need to push it when it's
Yep.
par 5.
So you're going straight up the middle.
Yeah, just looking for a bit of late turn. Keep yourself away from the trees on the left.
Beautiful.
One of the problems you can run into on this tee shot is skipping left, and there's some really grabby bushes, which will chop your upshot right out.
Ooh, speaking of which, looks like Luke is heading in that direction.
He might have pushed through the line of trees, though. We'll see. It's quite open. You can actually play down the fairway of 15, I believe.
Joe's throwing his Wraith.
Yeah, Joe's been throwing a lot of these wraiths recently, working them into his game a lot more, and you can see why. Just out throwing everyone by a
Massive
mile.
distance. Yeah, I was out taking photos second round, and I reckon on this hole he threw it probably about 20 metres further than that drive. So, incredible distance from Joe. And similarly from John,
Yep.
also a great throw. Even though he catches some branches, he's well
Yep.
up there.
In the open. John's got some sneaky distance with that blue DD3. Same disc again, just looking to chop it in half.
Oh, smush.
Yep,
Wow.
easy as that. Turns the camera around.
I reckon that was an easy 130.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe even more, knowing John. So here's Luca, a little bit cut off.
Fortunately, that tree wasn't there. If it had been pre-cut for him.
Yeah, that's a great smart play. Just full highs the whole way, right in the middle.
Is this the same? No, it must not be.
So going a little bit more overstable here.
Okay. Just trying to get that angle into the green.
Yeah, just a little bit
Ooh.
scared of throwing it onto the road, but
Threw it into the trees instead.
yeah,
That it pinched up for your run up.
not
a
really
little
what
bit.
I was going
Yeah.
for. Joe with another
Oh.
wraith, and this
That is unreal.
absolutely sent. Yeah, so it's in the air, and the card's already talking about eagle runs, so you know it's good.
It went right over my head. So that's also how you know it's good.
Mm. Oh, Luca throwing
Oh.
his eagle.
Oh, that could have been a little eagle run there.
Think that,
if it
think
didn't
that was
hit,
online.
didn't hit the branch. Unlucky.
He's parked up for a birdie.
Oh, bit obstructed here for your run up. But short enough that you can just pitch up.
Yeah, just a soft tactic into the green. No skips there. John with the famous dagger. So much trust in that disc.
Probably one of the few that I know in New Zealand throwing it like regularly. He's kind of like
Yeah.
he's the poster boy. You got
Mhm.
Ricky Wysocki, poster boy in the States, and you've got John Hughes here.
Yeah.
Well, Joe didn't get the eagle, unfortunately. But he's in a great position for the birdie, as is everyone else. Ooh.
Yeah, thanks to the basket on that one. That was low and left.
Bit of moisture on the hand for Joe.
Yeah, standard putt for him though. He's not missing those.
Do you reckon that he was closer than John?
Maybe. But
Interesting.
everyone should be pretty confident
Yeah.
with these putts. Yeah, so there's another star
Another
frame.
star frame, 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's see if we can do it again, eh?
On to hole 4. This is the hardest of the round, playing at almost 1 stroke over par. Challenging with the river down the middle and a few other obstacles down the fairway.
Yeah, so a lot of us were throwing mid-range layups for most of the tournament, but I think because Joe's so far ahead, we're thinking we're going to have to go for crossing the river in 1. There's not a lot of width on the fairway up high if you're looking to cross the river, so it is a scary shot. So I've got
looks a bit inside.
a little bit too much turn out of the hand, but that tree probably saved me from going in the water, so we take those.
Just on the right side of the fairway. Maybe a forehand approach.
Yeah.
Luca's given this a bit of angle. Not enough, though, because it's fading out. He could get lucky. Oh, nice little kick out from the trees.
He'll be in the open. Have a look up the fairway.
So I saw Joe round 1 or 2 cleared the creek.
Yep, he's probably already over the creek and he's in the middle of his flight.
Ooh, he cleared the creek easily.
Ooh, flirting with the out of bounds, but
And
checks up just short.
yep, Tom got a front seat view of that one.
Blue DD3 from John again. It's going
Needs
far.
some turn.
He's caught a tree and it's a really unlucky break into the creek for John.
Luca doesn't need much of a run-up to get a lot of power in his throws. He's got a really compact form.
Yeah, he's got a really snappy throw.
Uses his long levers very well, and he's in a good spot for a par. Going to the forehand. You feel confident in the forehand?
Getting there.
Yep.
Just looking to use the nice skippy fairway here.
Perfect angle for it. Oh, big flare skip. Probably one of the fewer spots on the... Oh, how good is that? And we'll get a replay. One of the few spots on the course that isn't too wet. Obviously, this is another day from feature card coverage, so the course has had a bit of chance to dry out a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I was kind of forced to go low there, so that played into the skip as well. Just discussing where we think John went into the creek. Took a while to find, actually. It's pretty murky. Mind bender by the looks of it for John.
How far is this? Probably about 80, 90 metres from the creek?
Probably still about
100?
Yeah, close to 90 or 100.
Yeah.
Just caught the edge of the guardian trees, but pops out into the open.
He'll
That's
have
a scary run.
Yeah, a long look, but there's a drop off behind. This has to be a zone from Joe.
Yeah, Joe looks to go for the forehand up. At any opportunity, he's got it on lock, as you can see.
Ooh. Almost hits the pole. Long look for Luca. Curls up down that bank. Fortunately, not too far. And what's John going to do? Give it a little run?
Yeah, why not? Curls up, similar to Luca. They'll be looking at a par. Oh, the bogey, yep. Forgot about the water, that's right. It's unlucky for John.
Played it well, apart from that. Just takes the OB stroke. Great birdie there, Ashton.
Yeah,
Out of position.
Really
from the
happy to
tee.
get that one.
And our lead card kind of not demonstrating the whole average for this hole, but showing us a really good demonstration of how to play the hole well.
I was hoping I'd get one back on Joe there, but no, he's playing pretty well, so it's going to be a tough one.
Back on the signature hole.
Yep. So this one, we might see a few people go for the pin in one. You can get the circle 3 pretty easily, or if you get lucky, you could check up for the eagle.
And I don't want to keep talking about Joe's drives, but on round 2, Joe parked this from the tee.
Yeah.
So kind of unreal.
So that's the safe play there. Put it out in the middle.
Joe is throwing a Halo Destroyer.
And you won't see many people flip those up to flat like that. So that's the sort of power he's got. Great distance control.
Almost pin high. Just dead straight. Luca throwing a Destroyer, of course. Heaps of height. Keeping it nice and safe.
Getting the full flight out of that one.
Yep. Just chasing Joe up the fairway.
Great.
Nothing wrong with that.
Drive.
And John throwing a Rive.
That is looking perfect.
That's mint. Kept it nice and close to the OB to kind of cut off that corner.
Yeah, he chops off a lot of distance with that one. He'll be looking at probably just a putt up to the basket unless he's running it.
This is a scary approach.
Yeah, so just trying to have it come in nice and flat there.
Beautiful. Oh, Luca's giving it a jump. This needs to sit.
That's unlucky. Like we saw in round
off
1.
The pole.
Yeah, that grass slopes towards the OB on every side of the basket. It's a nice up from Joe. And John's probably giving this one a run, I'd say.
Yeah, he's got the daggers out. Nice floaty bed. Oh, maybe too much.
You know what?
No.
He gave it the height.
Yeah, full commitment.
It's good to see. Still happy.
At least these will be tap-in pars. When you got the distance to get up to the green from your drive, it kind of takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'd want to be getting a birdie, but it's a very easy par. And it's still neck and neck. Well, in terms of birdies with you and Joe.
Really just trying to keep the box as the aim here.
I mean, you're on an absolute heater. 5 out of 5.
Yep. Still 5 behind.
Well, there's plenty more holes to catch up as we go into hole 6, par 3, 82 metres. Just a gentle right-hand turning fairway. Got the basket with pretty close OB directly behind.
Yeah, so there is also the spike hyzer line again. Potentially could see that out of someone on this card. You never know.
Got the forehand from yourself. Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shank there.
That's probably your first mistake of this round so far. Just not enough angle, or
just a bad throw. Nothing more to it.
Well, tell you what's not a bad throw. Great from Joe.
Yep, Joe capitalizes on that one, putting it in the circle. Luca going for the forehand as well.
FD3. Oh, sorry, that was what you threw. Luca threw an orc, so a slower disc.
And the backhand from John.
Yeah, keystone, so understable putter.
He's got the height.
That's pretty good. Just needs to beat the trees and kind of catches up on them.
Just catching a few limbs there.
Using the putter as a knee rest. Love it. Pro play.
Yeah, so this is a pretty important upshot here. Really just try not to go long of the basket and find that OB.
Tactic?
I think so. All my throwing putters are white and I can't remember.
Great for coverage.
Looks like a tactic flight.
Yeah. And that's given you a bit to work with. Probably about the same distance as Joe's out for his birdie putt. Ooh, aggressive from Luca, and that has drifted OB.
He runs it and finds the close OB.
Yeah.
Another run as well from John, and
just checks up.
Might have been saved by the pole.
Oh, Joe.
That's an uncharacteristic mistake from Joe there.
And you're probably thinking, hello.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's a freebie.
Yeah. Wonder if Joe had kind of already mentally checked out, kind of
Maybe.
written the par down as the birdie down, and just didn't follow through. He'll speed of play it.
Yep. Well, he's not losing anything. Still got a great buffer, so he's still in control.
He's already almost on the next tee pad. Unlucky bogey there for Luca, just drifted a bit long, and this should be a good par putt.
Oh, John taking his meter, just grabbing a nice par there.
Hole 7, par 3, 112. We're back into the paintball arena. Just a gentle turnover or a forehand, make it over this fence and dodge the paintball obstacles.
Yeah, if you've got the distance, it's a stock forehand line. Otherwise, turn over to get there.
Yeah, you can really kind of juice a mid-range.
Yeah.
And trust the turn and almost rely on the turn to give you the full flight of the disc.
Yeah, I went a little bit faster than a mid-range here, and that's probably why I flexed out a little bit early.
But you'll have a pretty much unobstructed. You might have like a gap between the triangle and the cylinder.
Yeah, Joe's going for his cloud breaker here. He's got a really nice forehand.
Oh, that's really low, but will it get over the fence?
Yeah, it's got enough juice to get over.
How good. And didn't get a catch cam on that one, but that's because it was so good we get a replay, thanks to Dish Shop with the follow flight.
Just sneaking over the fence and skipping through the obstacles.
And hitting the pole.
Yep.
Unreal.
Can't do much better than that.
What a throw from Joe. Let's see what Joe can do with the backhand. Throwing
This would be an Undertaker out of John, I think. He's had that one in the bag for at least a couple of years now, so it's very flippy.
And also a great throw. He's inside the circle. Really pushing the back of the green there. And I'd guess this is...
I think it's a picker out of Luca.
So maybe a little too understable for him.
Yeah, a bit more turn than he wanted there.
Ooh, glancing blow on one of the paintball obstacles.
Just
but
sneaking it past.
Yeah, that'll be a nice easy par for him. Oh, whew. That was pretty good from you.
Yeah, you have to run everything from here on out.
Totally. And it's pretty low consequence on this one.
Exactly.
You got the tyres as a backstop.
Strong side chain out from John. He won't be happy with that.
That's quite unlucky. Disappointing when you've had such a great drive and you miss by probably a couple of inches.
Luca with a nice par.
So you're going to lose another stroke here to Joe.
Yeah, it's starting
Slipping
to
away.
slip away.
Yeah.
So it's either put the gas down or concede for second. John will have a nice clean up there as well.
And then Joe going to step up and just drop in his amazing birdie.
Yeah, perfect forehand from Joe.
Hole 8, par 3, 83 metres. Straight down the street of the Armageddon paintball course into the derelict green.
So you're looking to land in that patch of grass we just flew over, right in front of that window, or through the roof if you get lucky.
Yeah, a few ways of attacking this hole. And we'll see. Our lead card might do some spike hyzers.
I think this is a splice out of Joe, so very overstable. It'll be coming straight down.
Oh!
He's hit the building and rolled away. That's
Super
really
unlucky. Yeah, that one absolutely scared me.
Probably landed it within a metre of where he was trying to. I've got a PD3 here, looking very similar.
And you get a tombstone.
Yeah. So
kind of an unlucky spot, though.
Same throw, different result, really.
Yeah, you might not have much of a look into the building.
John following suit.
John throwing a a Hughes, his spike hyzer disc.
Yeah, just tucked on the corner of the building with me.
And Luca throwing a rock 3. So this is straight up the guts. Maybe hoping for a bit of a turn.
Yeah, I think if you're going down the road, there is the chance you can turn it through the window and take a 1, but he fades out a bit early there.
He should have a look through either the roof or the window. What's he going to take? The window. And it sounded like he hit metal, which is awesome.
Cage. Awkward stance for Joe right next to the building.
Oh,
that's a good
that was
putt.
Almost, center chains, but just a little bit short.
Another day that could be in.
Big stretch out. for the window.
Yeah, this green just continuing to provide interesting shots.
I love it. I think it's really cool. There's like pretty much no courses in New Zealand that you find this fun of green.
Yep, climb in there and clear the basket. John with a similar look.
Can he convert? Oh no!
Yeah, he was a little bit further left, so it's a pretty big straddle there.
Joe cleaning up his par. You get a stroke back. And you've got, how many is that? 6? 7 birdies for your front nine?
Yeah, pretty happy with the round so far. Definitely an improvement from the last one.
And on to the final hole for our front nine. Hole 9, par 4, 125 metres. You guys are just going to be absolutely crushing it, trying to get it way past this bonfire pile.
Yeah, for sure. This one's definitely gettable in 2 for everyone on this card. It's playing the second easiest for MPOs at 0.33 under par, so we're looking to take a bird and potentially an eagle.
Managed to beat the initial hazard of the trees,
yeah,
but
so
just managed to get caught up at the...
Just clipping a branch there off the tee, coming up short into the pile. So Joe just really needs to put this one safe. And it's more than safe.
Plenty of height, plenty of width. And he has hit the flax bush that's just left of the basket. Great throw.
John with the trusty blue DD3. He ended up 2ing this in an earlier round, so he can get right up to the pin.
Oh, it just hits one of those barriers.
Hits a paintball fence.
And Luke is throwing a destroyer. And that looks too low, too straight, and he's found those trees. Going to be in a bit of an awkward position. But there's a window there.
He's got some open sky to play with. And he's just ripping a big hyzer, hoping to land pretty close to the basket, I'd say. Yeah, that's a good out from where he was there.
Yeah, gets a tombstone. That's not going anywhere. Okay, so you can see the basket. That's all right.
You can see the basket.
Ooh.
Yeah,
flashing some chains.
Give it a bit of a run.
Fortunately, there are a few tyres behind there that can stop you from drifting into that hazard area.
Completely forgot about the hazard.
Whoa.
John with the nice tomahawk there, giving it a run.
And Luca for his eagle. Oh, sorry, birdie. Oh, that's right, yeah. He
great
hit the trees,
save.
but that was a great birdie save.
That's a huge putt.
Yeah.
Onto the raised basket as well, with the potential of the hazard behind.
Yep. Good to see Luca getting a really good putt there to finish off his front nine.
Now I'm just climbing around in the pile in the background. Can't lose that
get it back, yep. Oh, yeah, nothing on for Joe, so he's going to have to settle for birdie. I say settle for birdie.
Yeah,
still impressive.
Nothing wrong with a birdie.
Good putt there for John, coming from behind.
Tap in birdie for Joe, extending the lead.
And you've got a bit of work here for your par?
I think this will be for a par, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, never had a chance, really. Tap in bogey, so that kind of almost seals the deal for Joe there. He's just got to play nice and safe to the end now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, accepting that bogey to finish, that was a phenomenal front nine for you and for the card, really showing us how to tear up Redstone here.
Yeah, so everyone having a pretty good front nine there. We've got a couple of people creeping up as well. Isaac with a nice 3 down on the front. He's putting himself into the top 4. Sebastian as well, young gun from Christchurch with the 4 down. Looking to climb up a bit as well.
Yeah, and obviously Joe leading with the hot round so far, 6 under through 9 and 21 down for the event. Thanks so much for watching this front nine coverage here at Redstone. We'll see you very soon with the final back 9. See you there.